Okay, so I need to bring out some more highlights in the leg too. So I'm just gonna lift some of the things going on. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit because I'm doing some tiny work on the foot that you can't really see from far away, so this makes it a little bit easier for you to see. Maybe I should move this back. I can turn the brightness back up if it's zoomed in like that too. So let me do that. There you go. And I need to pull up my reference too. And look at the leg a little bit closer. Okay, so I want the yellow to be a little bit less warm and more of a like a summery lemon yellow instead of an orangey yellow. So I'm just kind of lifting it and lightening it up, and then we'll add some more, like a glaze of the lighter pigment. And then what I'm also going to do is once I have that all like the proper color, I'm going to do little gradation dots of the dark color in the yellow to kind of make it look more textured because there's a lot more going on than just stripes. It's kind of like little bumpies. So, technical term, bumpies. Add it to the dictionary. I wish I could hold this with one hand. That'd be um, very convenient. Pull my hair with my arm. It got stuck under my arm. I forgot to move it before I sat up more. And then I'm going to make some of the yellow stripes a little bit thinner as well. But this is already looking better than it did, so that's good. It's following water down the wrong way. It's a skill. And the edge of the paper here, that also has things that aren't supposed to be there. But I can clean this all up really easily. It's the mistakes that are on the places that aren't supposed to be blank that become a little bit more tricky. But I can use a sanding eraser and just like get rid of everything else. But you can't really paint on top of a place where you used a sanded eraser because it doesn't absorb water the same way. But if it's on the white part, it's much easier to get rid of. Okay, so I'm going to use a smaller brush. So I'm just texturing all the dark color, and then I'm going up into the yellow space and making the stripe a little smaller, but in dots instead of in a straight line. I'm just posting on Instagram stories that we're streaming the turtle.
What's the Elvish word for friend?
Atelier...
Melon.
Ian or Atelier Rayan? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I'm just making sure that this posted properly. 1 second. Okay, I think we're good. Hello, welcome in. We're currently painting a little turtley friend. I'm glad you're here. How's your Tuesday going so far? Or no, Wednesday, not Tuesday. Good. That's good to hear. Okay, so I need to put more dark here and connect this toe. So this toe is like behind, so you can't really see too much of it. But I need to make sure it still looks connected, otherwise it looks like part of the lily pad that's behind it. Or it will when the lily pad is painted, but you know. Stream also when you do oil paintings? I do, yeah. I haven't done an oil painting in a while. I need to get new brushes, so my current brushes are kind of dead. So I can't really do a lot with them, honestly. But I do have some oil painting stuff that I want to do soon. So hopefully I'll be able to get some new brushes to work on that stuff. But for the majority of the time, we usually do watercolor. It's a little bit easier to set up, especially inside. So that is mostly what I do here. But we have done lots of oil painting stuff on stream too. Everything. I've done a little bit of everything. We've done some book painting on stream. So when you paint on like the edges of a book, we've done coin painting. I have that right here actually. We've done little coin painting. um we've done, yeah, that's watercolor, and so is the book edge painting as well, which I like that a lot. I have mine, the first one I did, which I don't love though, so I can show you the other one. The first book painting I did, I kept for myself. The other ones were for gifts, so I don't have them. But I do have photos of them on Instagram. So we did like this Narnia one of Lucy opening the wardrobe. That was really fun. Wow, forgot there's music. We're not getting copyright claimed by Narnia on stream, but but yeah, we do that kind of stuff. We do a lot of random stuff as well. Imagine if that like 0.2 seconds of Narnia music got us copyright flagged. That'd be That would definitely be interesting. I forgot that we don't have captions open. Let me just do that really quick. Here we go. Also, hi Megan, how are you? Tried a bit of watercolor, it's difficult. Watercolor is definitely different. Do you work with oils? Because I find that, because I did watercolors first and then I went to oils, and it's basically exactly the opposite. So you just have to think backwards. It's it's tricky to get used to at first, but once you start to like analyze what you would do in oils, you just have to do it backwards. Like you kind of have to map it out in your brain or on paper and then just go bloop, and then you have to kind of maneuver that way because you're going light to dark instead of dark to light and all that. There's still glazing in watercolor. At least I use it in watercolor. Lots of glazing involved still for the way that I do it. Lots of blending. Again, for the way I do it. Watercolor, a lot of the traditional watercolor is very wet on wet, kind of one layer. But I tend to layer it up so it kind of feels more dimensional and also has a lot of, it feels like it looks like colored pencil, which is kind of what I'm going for. Could just go boop and have a watercolor painting. You could watch my orange tutorial, Megan, and you could totally do that. Amount of water in the brush. Okay, yeah. I tend to do this. This is really helpful for me. So I have the spray bottle and I know the spray amount really well, if that makes sense. So when I'm spraying it into a palette, I know how many sprays are needed depending on what I want. So that I find really helpful because you always get the same amount. Or if you just want to drop, like, you kind of learn your tools and how much water your brush picks up to put it into the palette. So I always spray things down to activate it. Sometimes I just wet a part of something. So like I mixed this color this morning and it was super dark. So I just wanted a little bit of it, but I wanted it lighter. So I mixed a bunch of water here. And so this is lighter than that. It can be a lot to get used to. But always having tester papers like this is very helpful too, because then you can see exactly what you're going to be using. And then in terms of the brushes themselves, I really like brushes that are these ones. I can't remember the name at the moment, but the ones that are tapered at the top, because then I can get a really fine tip. This one I've used for watercolor a total of one time. Other than that, I only use this like pointed one. And the reason for that is because I can use the corners. So if I want this green, I do this and I kind of just form it against the edges. And then it's mostly pigment and just enough water to get it moving. Whereas if I didn't scrape it against the side, it'd be like a little puddle, which is useful sometimes. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So what kind of stuff do you paint with oils? I love oils. They blend so nicely. I tend to love the blending so much that I tend to overblend and then make my colors muddy because I love the process of it. And then I have to go back and fix it. Portraits, figures, mostly do portraits for now. Oh, cool, nice. Portraits are the one thing that I stay away from. Drawing people, not really my thing, but I do really admire it. Okay, so I need a bit of a wash. We'll do a blue glaze. Why is that coming out so green? I'm not a fan of that. Probably be a mess. I mean, that's kind of the fun of watercolor. I find that if you make a mess with oils, it's a lot to clean up. But if watercolor, you literally just wipe it. But the painting itself, um, I find that a lot of people who do like gentle portraits with watercolor, they tend to do wet on wet. So they just kind of like let the colors meld into each other instead of doing too much like brushwork or anything like that. But it's still very intentional. But yeah, I say go for it. It might be messy when you first do it, but um, definitely something to get used to, but it's really fun. And I also find watercolors much easier to just pull out too. The cleanup is easy, and I find it easy to bring out like if I'm doing plein air painting. I've done a little bit of oil painting outside and stuff, but it's so much setup and so much cleanup and so much to bring back. Whereas watercolor, you can literally get palettes that are like this big, and you like that's all you need. You just need like a little spray bottle and a little palette. Um, it's wonderful. The problem with watercolors is the color part. Yeah, you tend to work in black and white a lot. That was my challenge last year when I was doing stream ink. It was very tricky to kind of work fully in black and white. And then I had like that one blue thing. I would add like a couple blue things per drawing. But that was a challenge last year. Megan, maybe you should do stream ink, but just do color drawings. Stream rainbow? I don't know. You can use colored ink. Sounds awful. But by the end, you'd have a firmer grasp on color. Maybe just choose a specific palette and you have to stick to it or something, because then you won't be as overwhelmed. Do like a Zorn palette or something, but with whatever medium you choose. So probably digital. Or you could do, is there colored charcoal? I thought there might just be black and white. I don't think so. I don't think there's a colored one. Maybe pastels are a close cousin. Texture wise, they sound like they'd feel different, but Subathon thinks of games that she never plays. She called it Sufferthon, a whole month of color. Yeah, that would be. It definitely wouldn't be as fun. That's why I don't practice drawing people as much as I want to, because it's really hard for me, so it's not as fun. So I kind of give up, or I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something fun. Sufferthon. Worked with pastels. Again, got stuck in the color part. Yeah. Maybe start. Maybe Megan, you should try sepia. Like just work with sepia, and then that's like more color than you're used to, but it's still just one tone. Or just do like all blue instead of black, and you just treat it the exact same way, and you slowly get used to it. And maybe eventually you can graduate to incorporating two colors at once. That could be good. Thank you. Have some work tomorrow. No worries. Thank you so much for hanging out for a little bit. I appreciate it. And thank you again for the follow. So many streamers who know color keep picking up tips and tricks, so one day I'll understand it. Yeah, one day it'll just click. It'll be great. Right? Megan's work is beautiful. I love Megan's art. In fact, I'm pretty sure. Do we have. Is this linked to your Instagram now that you don't have the thingy anymore? Streamlabs? Give me Megan's info, please. How dare you take away commands without my permission? I can do it manually, you know. It'll take extra steps, but I'll do it anyways. It's the art card. Okay. Where's the thingy? I found it. This is Nagging on Instagram. Highly recommend that you go follow. Look at this. Look at his beautiful face. Look at the hair. Look at the hair. It's perfect. It's perfect. Look at this. Look at the lighting. The hair. Again, the hair. This is so good. And this one is so cool. Wait, you can pin stuff? Is that new? I didn't know you could pin stuff. Look at all this. Look how good it is. Look at this. Color. It's so good. It's amazing. It's relatively new. Oh, I didn't even know that was a feature. Look at all of it. Look at it. It's beautiful. So everybody go follow Megan. Let me just, since Megan took away the link. There you go. I wonder if a mod can delete my message. Because if they can, Megan's going to. with overlays. So I do the grayscale and then flounder it trying to figure out the colors. See, but that's okay. That's what you do in oil painting usually. Well, okay, not usually, but there's a traditional oil painting method. I can't remember what it's called, where you do your base in usually burnt sienna, which is like a brownish color, and then you do the whole painting, all shadows, and then you take it away where you want your light, like your light and your highlights, everything, and then you make sure all your tones are proper, and then you let that dry, and you do glazes mixed with lots of linseed oil, so it's like a super translucent amount of color, and you do that. That's what a lot of the old paintings are. So by having that method, like you basically you could just oil paint, Megan. That's the solution here. Just do a glazing oil paint technique and you're good. You're good to go. Mods don't have that power. Can't even delete each other's chat messages. No need to know about color if you're good about value and light. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Honestly, learning your values and like learning in black and white first in grayscale, that's such a good skill to have. Like I don't have that. I've just learned as I went with color. And I'm still like my lighting skills are not ideal. But you have them down. So if you start adding a little bit of color, not that you have to, like your work is beautiful as it is too. But if you wanted to do color, you could totally, no problem. Yeah, have that covered exactly. I'm gonna find your imposter syndrome and I'm gonna get rid of it. I have my ways. Eddie, hello. It's going well. What about you? How was your Wednesday? We're currently working on painting this little turtle foot. Wednesday's fine. Well, that's good. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have this sketch here so you can kind of see what the end goal will be. We have a little baby turtle to do, some snails, some plants and flowers and such. But yeah, it'll be good. Get out, imposter syndrome. Called out. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was hoping that the composition worked. I just kind of, I tend to just kind of put things places until it looks right, and then I hope it looks good to other people. I should probably like look into actual um like how do you learn how to put things in better compositions? But thank you. I'm glad you like it. Okay, that needs to dry. Oh, I mentioned this morning, but I wanted to just say it again. I do have to leave like right at 8. Maybe like a little bit earlier because I have a call right after stream. So when we raid, I'm just gonna have to raid and run. So we'll probably raid somebody familiar so that I don't feel as bad just like ditching their stream. But yeah. Any piece of the composition isn't good, really? That's good to hear. I can show you some pieces that have bad composition. Although my recent ones are not on that list in my brain, so that's good. Till it feels like it looks right. Yeah, basically. I guess you just kind of learn by doing, or is there like a, you know how colors, you can study color theory? Is there something you're supposed to study for composition? I don't actually know. I keep meaning to like look into color theory and try to learn more and improve my colors, but I just haven't done it yet. I should though, make like a little study time every week for it. Study time on stream, but it would mostly just be me like taking notes and stuff on it. So that wouldn't really be amusing. um if I were doing like an actual painting study, then yeah. Rule of thirds and divide my canvas into a tic-tac-toe grid and design where I want to place things that way. Okay. That makes sense. There's also the whole like golden ratio thing, which I know a little bit about, but not that much. I used it a little bit for when I was doing oil paintings. There was a series I did of just like animals, just one animal on a canvas, and the background was kind of like one color or a gradation. And I kind of decided where to start their head, like where to start like the top of their head based on the golden ratio. But yeah, teaches color theory on stream. Okay, I know all the technical terms too, Nagans. This will go great. This is my yellowy orange brown. This is my greenish brown with a hint of red in it to neutralize the green. This is my glazy blue. I call it popsicle blue. And then you just kind of boopity boop and you're good. That is that's your lesson for today. Boopity boop is the most important term, so I'm glad you caught that most important part of the lesson. Good to know. I'll be reviewing your notes later. The most technical. I say popsicle blue, but it kind of looks like windshield wiper blue, which I remember there was this specific windshield wiper fluid that my mom would get, and it was this blue color, and it always looked delicious. Like, it looked like Gatorade color. I never tried to drink it, but I remember young Margot was like, it looks delicious. No test, because I'm gonna be nice. It's okay. Actually, wait. It's a general test for everybody. Um, what is the term you say when you're putting down a color really fast? What is the term? I need to add his claws too, which will also categorize under the term. Oh, that's another lesson is the difference between a blend and a blendedy blend. Very important. Zoomies splashing. These are all good terms. Okay, so now, where's my little one brush? Aha. He was still in the cup. Also, I need someone to appreciate that I'm painting turtles while using a little turtle brush rest. I'm trying to move it over to show you, but it's not agreeing. Look at him, working hard at his day job. He's so cute. Here, we can pet him with a brush. Ooh, now we're stuck. He needs to move back over though. There we go. Ooh, so bright. Is he getting paid? Yes. He gets paid in pets. That's the contract he agreed to. Also, he needs a name. I feel like he should have the name, but I haven't named him yet. Sounds like a bad deal. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, thank you, Inoa. Have a wonderful time getting groceries. Have a good rest of your night. Okay, so now he needs claws. I need a smaller brush for that though. Look at his little claws. Ow, there's something in my eye. Okay, I think we're good now. I'm surprised that Meg didn't count that as an eye-watering. You're still working? Oh no! Do you still have a lot left for the day? Not crying, but like my eyes, the lights for some reason, every time I stream, um, my eyes start watering in the light. So it happens a lot. Was distracted all morning with putting together a PC. So that's where you were. I was wondering. Prue said that they were here before you. Now I've got to work this evening. Okay, that makes sense. Reddit to get a new case, had to move everything to it and do the cable management. Ugh, I hate cable management. It's the worst, but it's worth it afterwards. I say that like I do that. No. The most cable management I do is like one of these thingies. Just this. And then I keep this for my drawing tablet light wire that comes from under my desk and I hold it in place with this. So that it doesn't go under the desk, so I don't have to go fish for it. Um, yeah, I didn't. I helped build my PC, but like not really. Fiance told me what to do, and then he made all the wires look nice. um, yeah, it's frustrating. I hate that stuff. I can paint tiny details, but give me wires to make them sit nicely. I'm not. No, I don't care enough. Okay, time wise, we're doing well. We're an hour in. We're almost on the second foot. And then we can move on to. I don't know if I want to start the third turtle right away. Or maybe I'll do the plants behind him because they're pretty. I feel like if I do him first, I'm gonna mess up on the plants that cross straight behind his head. So I think I should do the plant first. We'll see. What, Lily? Hold on. I'm gonna put her in the other room. Come on. Okay, I'm back. was looking for a Q-tip that I could use, but that one was already used in some dark green, so it wouldn't lift color so much as put little green dots on this, so we need a new one. Okay, so I'm gonna try to erase this little part around here. I wanted to do that earlier, but I think I was waiting for it to dry and then I just never got back to it. So let me do that now and see what it looks like. Okay, so next up, we did the feet. So this turtle is done. Maybe this flower? We could do something with the flower. I feel like that would work well. Because we have all the background elements done for that, so we might as well get that going. Need to pull up a picture though. I don't really have a reference for the water lily saved. So I'm thinking maybe a white one or like a really light pink. Like this one looks nice. It's kind of white, but the edge petals are more pink. So it kind of works. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna get rid of, well, we'll need a yellow. Let's get rid of this brown for now. And this red. And we will morph them into the colors we need for the flower. This paper towel is dying. Let's see. Does it have a Rorschach test? We had one last time. It's the same paper towel, but now it might be different. Let's see. Oh, it's stuck. Mothman. Yeah, it looks like a moth. Or there's two people. Like here and here, and there's something in the center. I don't know what it is though. Okay. So, we need to mix a super light pink as the base color. So it needs to be really, really light because it's going to act like a white color. 3 floating heads, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start with the outside petals, I guess. And there is a snail here that we have to be aware of. Also, this is not a petal, this is a leaf, so that will not be pink. So the outside's going to be darker. I need to erase the center a little bit because there's some lines that are a little too harsh for how light we're going. There's also the center, which is going to be the little yellow things, but I'm going to do that last so that we don't pick up the yellow and make the surrounding areas too yellow. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to redefine this area so that we can pick up as much pigment of that as we can before we try a light color. Let's see. Okay, so we have the initial color tones, and now we need to do a slightly darker one that goes outwards, but first I'm just going to use the same color, and on the inner petals I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Okay, so then I'm going to darken it up a little bit, and we're going to switch to a smaller brush, and we're going to still do wet on wet, but it's going to be on the outside petals mostly. Yes, wet on wet. Hello, Prue. How are you today? Hope your Wednesday was good. Or is still good. Because I assume you're still doing stuff. Thin coat of liquid white. Indeed. It's only 6:30, why wouldn't I be working? True. Do you have hope of getting off work by 8 o'clock, or are you going past stream? Oh, no worries. I was just asking, do you think you're going to be stopping work by the time it's 8, or are you going past stream? Stopped yesterday at like 8:30ish, but then started at 10. Yeah, that doesn't count. You're okay, so the answer is no. But I'm glad you're at least stopping for a little bit. Probably not then. Oh, I'm sorry. We got the work crew tonight. Yeah, Megan's working late too. Hello, Natapi. We're working on a little water lily right now. Have a bunch of channel points. Tempted to use guess the movie. Oh yeah, you should. So guess the movie. I read you a quote and then you have to guess what it is, and chat can help you. I guess the movie. Okay, let's see. Ooh, interesting one. Okay, here is the quote. It was beauty killed the beast. I think Beauty and the Beast right away, but it's not. You're guessing Lord of the Rings? Nope. I mean, good default guess though for me. Yeah, it sounds familiar, right? Guess before I heard the quote. I figured. Yeah, no worries. 1 second. Yes, it is King Kong. You got it. Nice one. It is yellow tinted. Okay, I need to change this water. Haven't even seen the movie. Via the Sim. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've quoted it. Let me just switch this water out because it's yellow tinted and it's gonna ruin the pink flower. 1 second. Okay. Was gonna guess Family Guy. Ah, yeah. Every cartoon has a play on King Kong for sure. I'm pretty sure they say it in Rocky Horror Picture Show as well. Or if they don't, they just imitate King Kong. What shows are people watching? So I just finished a rewatch of Schitt's Creek, so that was pretty good. And then what else? I watch a lot of shows in the background when I work, so it's usually shows I've seen before. So like I'll do rewatches of Anne with an E and Golden Girls, Gilmore Girls. Yeah, stuff I've seen before. Alexis. Ew, David. I love how she's just like I love the person who plays Alexis. She did it so well. Just like that like the little movements she does are my favorite. Don't watch much TV. Yeah, it's so good. And they ended it so well. They did such a good job with it. Like I wish there was more, but also they did a good job ending where they did before it like started getting too stretched. And the Moira quotes are good too. Honestly, all the quotes are good. Like the crows stuff with Moira, it kills me. You're hungry. Uh-oh. You should eat some food. Oh no. Watch out for the snail. He's right here. Did you eat Chipotle? Mmm. Yum. Goulash sushi. Very different options, but both have an SH sound in them. Frangipan, what's that? What is the Fran Japan? Yeah, he had Chipotle. I figured. Was it delicious? I know you get it all the time, but like, still, sometimes when you're getting something that you get often and it's slightly off, it's not as pleasing. Like, I remember one time I got a veggie burger with onion rings. Delicious. But the onion rings, they put like too much salt in them or something, and they just tasted not great. And it made me, and like most of the reason I wanted the that food was because of the onion rings. That was just like not as enjoyable as I'd been looking forward to all day. It was perfect. Ooh, nice. Think I ate way too much. Yeah. Leftover chili. Ooh, yum. Eggplant and flavored with dark chocolate in chili. Interesting. Any chili I've ever had. How is it not chili? I guess, yeah, soy sauce and chocolate. I've never heard of that in chili before. Is that a Texas thing, putting chocolate in chili? We do have many Texans who kind of drift through here, but I don't know that any of them are here right now. Chili powder is the main spice note. Yeah. I wonder if I have the stuff to make chili. There's a chili recipe that I make all the time. And I love it. But I don't actually know if I have the stuff to make it right now. But that would be good for dinner. Whether it's called chili or chili soup. I think just chili. Do people call it chili soup? A square of chocolate is quite common in Chile. Definitely not here. I've never heard of that in my life. I'm from Canada. I was gonna say I'm Canadian, but it started coming out as I'm Canada. So, but yeah, I've never heard of that before. A lot of actually pretty common is people put maple syrup in their chili sometimes. Like they'll put maple baked beans in their chili. So maybe that's a weird Canadian thing for chili. Also, maple baked beans, is that a common thing other places? Because you just buy that like in a can or you make it yourself. Maple baked beans. They're good. Chili soup, no matter what consistency. What? That's weird. Uh, Stir the leftover chili into bow tie pasta. Actually, that could be good. Like chili as a pasta sauce. I see that. 9 hours or so to cook. Oh my gosh. 8 hours in the crock pot. Yeah, mine takes like 20 minutes. And I mean, I can let it sit and get more flavors if I wanted to, but it's not necessary. Spaghetti bolognese. Yeah, I could see that. That sounds good. I like turtles. Hello, MacGyver. How are you? Skyline chili. What's that? But what's in it? What's different about it? Serves chili mac spaghetti with chili on top. Hmm. Slow cooked meat dishes, trying to cook veggie for Mother Earth. Yeah. Yeah, I don't eat meat, so I never really need to cook my chili for too long. Tread lightly when it comes to thoughts on people's chili. What happened to the gatekeeping crew? um, actually kind of like the consistency, don't like the flavor. No Wizzy to defend. I mean, yeah, Canada doesn't have a lot. We have a few things, but what do we have? Nanaimo bars. We have butter tarts and vinegar tarts and maple syrup. We're basically like the elves from Elf, where it's like the food groups. What else is classically Canadian stuff? Poutine. Poutine. That's something. That's all I got. English food is boring. Yeah, traditional English food tends to have like less flavoring and less spices. I mean, it makes sense because of the origin. Because before spices were there, it makes sense. It reminds me of that. There's an episode of Anne with an E where somebody lives there and he used to live in Trinidad and he brings cumin and gifts it to one of the families. And they're all like, this is the spiciest thing I've had in my life. And he introduces them to spices. It's very funny because it takes place in the 1800s in PEI, Canada. Toad in the hole at least twice a year. Is that the egg the egg and sausage, or is there bread involved? Thought all the food was very bland. Should have brought salt with me everywhere. Really? Not even salted? Well, more times I've cooked it in my life. What's your favorite food then, Natapi? Sausage is baked in Yorkshire pudding. Oh, I've never had Yorkshire pudding before. Because Yorkshire doesn't have a double ch sound. It has the K to break it up, whereas it's like the second word there has a ch, and then it only has an E to separate them between the next ch, where York has a hard K to rest on and then goes into it. I don't know how to explain it.
Worcestershire has a T.
Yeah, but it has too many S's. It just confuses me. Pizza's always a beautiful thing. Pizza's good. Yeah, pizza's good. Yorkshire, Cheshire. See, it like my tongue double trips over it because of the ch and then the sh. It tries to flip them and gets confused.
Worcestershire.
That's nice. Yeah, you get that one right. Yeah, lots of people can't say that one. Proper pizza and American pizza equally. Wait, what's the difference? What's proper pizza? Because if I look at America, they have across states, they have battles against what pizza is best, like thin crust versus thick crust and everything. So I don't know what would count as American pizza. Fiat Weasel? What? Is this Fiat Easel? disguised as a weasel, or is this one of Be It Easel's followers who changed their name to be It Weasel? Or am I just reading this wrong? American pizza is like what people in TV shows order. But it depends. Like, deep dish, and then there's like medium crust, and then there's thin crust. That's all in shows. We just have the right pizza, and then the crazy people in Chicago. Proper pizza is thin crust with black blistered crust. Neapolitan. Okay. So what do you consider American pizza then? Like, do you deep dish? Or like the mid crust? Or just both? Order deep dish, and even as a tourist experience, I regretted it. So I don't like... I've never had deep dish pizza, but when I look at it, is it extra crust at the bottom? Or is it just a bunch of extra toppings? Like, there's just a bunch of sauce on there? Because I wouldn't like that. If they upped the crust portion a little bit, like, I could understand that more. But is it crust in there, or is it more toppings? I'm not a big fan of too much tomato sauce, so I don't know that I would be a big fan of it. Chicago style is a casserole. Order deep dish, and even as a tourist experience... Yeah, I read that. Sorry. $1 slice pizza is American pizza. Okay. Yeah, that's about typical pizza here, too. Like the...
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
You can't find $1 a slice.
No, but like the
Oh,
average, like, pizza kind of pizza. I said pizza 3 times there because the name of pizza. I don't know if that's a thing in the States.
I don't think it is.
I think it's a Canadian company. There's a pizza shop called Pizza. Same with Little Caesars. Is that in the States?
Little Caesars, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Because we have this place called Little Caesars, and their pizza tastes weird. It has an odd sweetness to it, but it's $5 for an entire large pizza, so it's not that bad. Neapolitan pizza is indeed the best, in my opinion. Okay. YouTube video on this classic Chicago style pizza is like, that's nasty, you wouldn't want to eat that. The pizza Sims eat. Okay, yeah. We have Little Caesars, which used to use the catchphrase pizza. They stole it. It's like the cheap of the... Yeah, Little Caesars is kind of like gross. It has a weird taste, but it's cheap. We used to get that a lot when I was growing up. Like, that was the pizza we would get because it was the cheapest one. I remember one time we were so excited for pizza, and it was Friday night, and we were excited to eat pizza and watch a movie. It was my mom, my brother, and I. And then my brother was in charge of carrying the pizza, and he walked up the porch steps and, like, fell a little bit. He tripped, and he dropped the pizza, and it landed upside down in the box, and it was horrible. I was so mad at him. So we didn't get to have pizza. It was so sad. The crazy bread, though, was saved. Crazy bread is something that Little Caesars has. I don't know if anyone knows. It's just like a bread, cheesy bread thing. So that was good. Aaron Shaw, hello. How are you? Isn't even that cheap anymore. Yeah, right? Domino's matches in price and is better. Okay, Domino's isn't really big over here. We do have it, but I think it's more expensive here still because it's not as big, if that makes sense. Like, usually in Canada, if things don't have multiple locations, the prices are like up, even though they're really big in the States. So we don't get the same Domino's discounts over here. Classic pizza chain restaurant in England is Pizza Express, started in the 60s. I like that. That's cute. Um, thought it was piece of pizza. No, it's pizza, pizza. Like the word pizza written twice. Like it's so ridiculous to say in a conversation. Like, huh, I'm craving pizza. Where should we get pizza? Let's go to Pizza Pizzas. It feels like it's not a word anymore at that point. Been lied to all my life. Using that catchphrase back in the late 80s when I was a kid. Yeah, I don't know how long Pizza Pizza's been around. Let's see. Lily, my goodness. Let's see. Pizza Pizza. Um, original opening. 1967 is when it opened. Order Domino's every 4 to 6 weeks, and I would order more often if I let myself. My pizza shame. 4 to 6 weeks isn't that bad. Yeah, once every week or two, exactly. Feel no shame around Italian style pizza though. Yeah, I feel like it feels lighter, so it doesn't feel as well. It doesn't feel as heavy in your stomach afterwards, so there's not as much regret there. I'm good, thank you, Erin. Yeah, making your own pizza, that's really fun. I used to do that for birthday parties. When I would have a birthday party, that was what we would do for food. My dad like went to this bakery and they would sell individual like personal pizza doughs, and then you would just give one to everybody there and they just make their own pizza. That's what we would do every single time I had a birthday party. I haven't done it in quite a while though. Do you make the dough yourself, Megan? How do you have to toss it? um, haven't gotten to tossing it. Okay. Like cooking, but dough scares me. It's like science. Baking is chemistry. Yeah, but it's not like scary chemistry. It's not like it's gonna explode unless you do it very, very wrong. But if you're off by a little bit, it's not a big deal. I don't like making dough because I don't really have counter space. So when I make dough, I have to like literally put every appliance I own um in the other room, like my living room. Small apartment problems. They just like sit on the couch because I have nowhere else to put them. And then I have to clean up the whole countertop that's covered in flour. And then if it needs to rest for an hour and then be re-rolled out, that's the worst because then I have to sit not on the couch because it's full of appliances, but instead just like sit on the bed for an hour and wait for it to be ready before I re-roll it and then clean the countertop and then put the stuff away. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I'd like to have a bread maker eventually because those are cool. And then you don't have to kind of clear off the countertop quite as much. It's very precise, yeah. I mean, only like it doesn't have to be perfect. If you measure it perfectly, then your thing will be perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect to be edible. You know what I mean? Banana bread. Oh, nice. Yeah, I made banana bread recently too, actually. I love banana bread. It's very good. Okay, so I'm gonna do a really quick BRB and then I will come back and we will continue trying to make this flower look right because right now it's not working for me. Okay, let me do a really quick BRB. I'll be back very soon. BRB. Hello, I have returned. Okay, what did I miss here? Making my own pizza is putting pre-made pizza in the oven to cook. Honestly, it counts. Only bake twice a year. Use perfect recipes. Oh, how to make the perfect. Okay, I think I've seen those, yeah. A positive self-talk. Okay. Mm. I am good at painting turtles. And I'm doing a great job so far. Um, I'm good at figuring out what colors need to be chosen, and I'm also good at composition. Is that good? Okay, that was my positive self-talk redeem. Now, make a great coffee and walnut cake with lemon drizzle. Ooh, that sounds really good. Sweet or savory breakfast. Honestly, it depends if what I'm in the mood for. Like sometimes I want pancakes, and then other times I want to make um, like toast or bagel or something. Piece of banana bread is perfect. Or donut, yeah. Skipping breakfast is not good. Definitely not ideal. All right, so let me blend in what I put in the flour, and I'm gonna try a new approach. Oh no, when did I do that? It's okay, I can get rid of that later. It's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna take the brighter red. And we're gonna do the edges, I think. Yeah, that works a little better, I think. I'm gonna blend it and everything as well, but it's just hard to kind of get that depth in the flower when I was doing it the other way. So now I'm darkening the edge instead of the center. $37.15. Don't think I'll be finishing before 8. Yeah. Sorry. The worst person in the world to be working with the auditor. Just yell at them. They'll be on your side. That's the way to deal with them, right? It's also really rough that it was mostly left to you because they didn't want to prioritize getting all the stuff ready for it. Like, are they giving more people tasks for it yet? Or are they just like, no, we don't need that yet? Not yet. It's fine. Because remember, that's what you were saying like a week ago or so. There will be no more people. So it's all on you. That's ridiculous. Did you tell them like you need more people? We didn't get ding, but it would be better if we did this to make it smoother. Oh, okay. That's, yeah. Finish up things that were overlooked and then always had something else prioritized ahead of it. Yeah. might be other priorities, but then accept that we aren't prepared and don't go through the audit process. So you guys have the option to not go through with it.